Hey, I think I'm live. Just wanted to pull up the chat there. So, oh, I got 35 subscribers. That's really great. Thank you so much for subscribing. This channel is all about teaching tarot, fast ways to teach it, and other subjects that go with tarot. And I'm just going to see if anybody gets on at all. If not, I'll just pull some cards for us. So, I'm supposed to have let me check this here. I'm supposed to have a thumbnail on there, but maybe it is showing. I'm not sure. Apologies. I haven't been on YouTube Live in a long time. But I'm looking at the channel and I'm only seeing, yeah, I'm not seeing the, okay. So if you want to submit a question in the chat, and I will read if anybody gets on, and if not, I'll just do apologies, I'm still figuring out how this is working. It's a little bit different than when I was on here last time, which was a couple years ago. So let's see here. Okay, there's the chat. All right, so I don't know why it's not showing the camera, or my thumbnail. Anyway, if somebody wants to ask a question, they can. Otherwise, if you do get on, just let me know that you can hear me or what you're seeing on your screen. That'd be great. And I'm just going to shuffle here and maybe pick a card for all of us. Today is Thursday, October 9th. We'll just make this card apply to whenever you watch this. All right, so I don't think we have any camera. I'm going through Zoom and it's just not showing it correctly, but let's pick us a card for the rest of this week into the weekend. We have got the Two of Wands. So I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up Two of Wands so that I can see if it'll let me at least share it. So you can see the card. I don't know what's going on. Apologies. So let's pull this up. This is not the greatest image, but we're gonna pull it up. Okay. Bear with me here if you would. So here's Two of Wands. Since we're learning on this channel, this has got a little bit of a pinkish tint to this image that somebody posted, but this is a lot more gray, the background. So if we are, let me go back to YouTube. Okay, so if we are looking at this card for the rest of this week and into the weekend, this is needing balance. So it's not really a negative image here. So we could say that we're kind of in balance, but he's got the two wands there. One's up higher than the other. So there's something that's more of a priority. And wands has to do with career or ideas. It can also it can have to do with spiritual life or spiritual purpose or things of a spiritual nature. So this person here is desiring to do something more. What am I going to do next? I've done all these things and I need a fresh start. I need to do something new. And the fact that he's just grabbing, okay, that looks terrible. I'm looking at I'm just going to stop the share. I might need to do this just directly to YouTube because it really doesn't look great. Wow. So that is just weird. That is weird how that's showing. Oh my gosh, people, what am I doing wrong? I used to use Zoom and YouTube in the past. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, this Two of Wands for us, since he's grabbing one of the wands, it's like saying that's the Ace of Wands, starting something brand new, like two options, but choosing one and going forward. So you might have a choice between two things, or you want to do something brand new and you're leaving behind what you've done before. So this is getting ideas, wanting to reach more people, wanting to do your spiritual purpose, and maybe making that happen. So, what are the steps that you need to do next? Let's play some more cards with this. All right. So, I don't know if anybody's on, but I don't really know if I'm expecting anybody to be on. This is like a test run and a brand new channel, but I'm going to start doing lives regularly on here. And let's see what we get. We'll pick another card here for. Oh, nice. So this is interesting. We have the World card coming up next to this. So in the Two of Wands, he's literally holding the world in his hand, and then we have the World card. So this is one of the best cards in the deck. This is freedom, liberation. So I feel like this card is for the true spirits here, and those that have come here on a spiritual mission or a purpose, and moving fully into that between now and into the next 21 months. Spiritual purpose may be, so this is something that could be like your purpose is to wake people up or to teach people how to love themselves or something like that. That can be done in any type of career or work in the world. You can still be doing your spiritual purpose. So this is moving into why you came here. What did you sign up to do? Why are you here as a spirit? What do you want to do? And this is also freeing ourselves. I feel like we're going through this because literally on this world card, hi Zeos. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm going to say Reality Navigator. Love it. Love the name. I don't know if you're feeling it, but I'm definitely feeling some kind of time hole, is what I'm calling it. Somebody else called it something else, and I was like, that's what it is. It's almost like we have these good things that are supposed to be coming for us personally. Like when I lay cards out on people, I'm like, wow, look at these great things coming. But it almost feels like right now that future keeps getting pushed out further. And the way this world card looks, I guess I could try to share again, but I don't want to because it looked weird last time. But anyway, the world card shows us leaving, like leaving the reincarnation cycle as a spirit, passing on, going back to spirit. So it's kind of like this time thing. I feel like it's saying us moving out of, because I do feel like there's a timeline split going on. So we're moving out of this timeline that's heading towards transhumanism and total destruction. And I think that's because this place never got reset. The timeline or the game here never got reset. So it's like they have to upload us to a timeline. Now, the Hopi Indians have talked about this timeline split. I think we're on our way back to the natural timeline. We're leaving that transhumanism timeline. There's other people out there that have talked about the timeline split and called it different things like the Metatron spiral, the Christ spiral. I've talked about the split. I think that's what this world card is saying, that we are moving into our spiritual purpose now. And so time might be screwy and it's happening for everybody because this is a split off from the fake towards the real. Okay, so Reality Navigator. Thank you. I think my name is kind of awesome, especially the Z. Okay, so I need to look up what that means. I know this is irrelevant, but what makes the real outside of false realities? I'm a bit lost now. So this is kind of a long explanation and it's over on more on my Truth Meter channel, but the real to me is something that is not a false reality. So it doesn't involve separation. And the reason you have duality here is because the very nature of the world we're in, or the realm, or the reality, not real, but reality is separation. So let me read what you've got. Okay, what makes the real outside of false realities? So the real is where we really are, is what I think. And that we're here in a mind hypnosis or a mind program. We're not really here. And there's a lot of religions that have talked about this and old texts and things, but I kind of feel like it's something that's not easily grasped because of where we think we are, like in this enclosed space that we're in, this mind program. It's like we can't, there's not words here for it, for one thing, but it's an experience or a being. It's not really like something you can describe. And I've tried to access it or get words for it or descriptions, and it's kind of beyond that. But I do feel like that's where we're going, and this world card makes me feel like that. We're on our way back. Oh, I wish you could see the card, but it's like going back through the virtuals back to, and the overlays back to the original copy, and then that will lead us to the real. I think that's what's going on. And the way to move towards that timeline is not necessarily actual movement, it's change in perception. The more truth you uncover, the more you're seeing things as they really are. So you're actually moving through the mind program through perception. I don't know if that answers what you're asking, but that's a really long explanation. I don't know. I'd have to really go into in detail. My mind's a little bit flustered right now because I spent 2 hours trying to get Zoom to work and this whole permissions thing and like all this technical stuff. So I'm trying to switch to right brain and it's like, wow. Okay, so I just picked another card for us, the Justice card coming up. That's interesting. Another of these Trump or Triumph cards. Um, and I don't call them major arcana. Sometimes I do by accident, but I try not to because that's a fake term made up. But these are the Trump cards or the Triumphi or Triumph cards of the tarot deck. And Justice is already happening. So this may be a lot of karmic situations coming up and them trying to throw karma on us or other people trying to dump their karma on us. A lot of times, if you get with somebody and they're like in a relationship or they live with you or something, you can start to take on their negative karma or their negative luck. It can kind of like get dumped on you. But this place is made up of looping karmic cycles, reincarnation, and they keep uploading us to like the next, I call it the next virtual or the next screen or the next reality or whatever. And that's kind of what this world card is saying. Like we're locked into all of these karmic things, but the veils are coming down. This justice card, he has like a veil behind him. The veils are going to be pulled down and we're going to see more and more where we really are, who we are as a spirit, and we're not going to be trapped anymore. We're going to be free. But so I'm going to mess around here for a minute and try to share again and see if I can share the justice card or if it's just going to look bad like it did last time. You know what? I've got it. Actually, I've got it. Let me do this. I've got it on my computer. Oops. Okay, so yeah, this is the probably the worst live ever. Um, I don't know why the volume turned itself on. Okay, let's pull this up. Give me a moment. So this is experimentation here. Hopefully the next one goes better. Next live. Oh my gosh, really? I was thinking, am I supposed to go? It's like, is this meant to be for me to get on here? There was so many problems. So let me see if I have the Justice card. Is something going to work today for me, tech wise? Probably not. Oh my gosh, I have it. Okay, we're going to try to share it. Thanks for your patience if you are on live or watching a replay. All right, so here is, and I'm going to check the YouTube and see what it looks like here. Here's the Justice card. Let me go to this one. I don't think it's sharing anything. Maybe it will. It's on delay. There we go. Look at there. It's on delay. Wow. And I'm going to have to contact Zoom. This is really rough. So you can see that veil there behind the judge. And it's just fabric. I think we just can just tear it down. We're going to be seeing more and more what's been going on here, who's running the place, the laws of this place. But I picked this for us personally over the weekend. So if you are involved in any kind of legal issues or anything, it's working in your favor. It's working in favor of the just. Justice will be given to the just. But this is karmic situations, whatever you're dealing with. Now, something legal can even be like filling out a job application. That could be considered a legal form or could be anything. But what you're dealing with the rest of this week into the weekend is karmic situations with the scales there of karma and people, and that truth will prevail, and seeing through people and their agendas. So let me go back here to reality here. Pictures finally starting to manifest. True divinity is what we are made of. Yes, the real is a crystallized manifestation of it in my picture. That's a way of looking at it. I feel like it's where we really are, and we're everywhere. It's everything. And then we made possibly a real world to experience some things. And that real world got copied by AI and we got uploaded into, or there was an overlay put over it and we got uploaded into this really horrible Matrix version that they did a really poor job of. Um, what I'm starting to see is that aspects are part of the true world brought forward through originality. Yes, we are the creators here. You have the souls and the soulless, or the spirits and those with no spirit. And that's a good way of saying it. Originality, creation. We're extensions of the creator, which is where the real is, or what the real is. I don't know if there's not really words for it. Admittedly, I'm stuck between belief systems, so I don't really know what is going on right now. There's a lot of noise out there, and my motto on my other channel is question everything, trust yourself. So trust your intuition, trust when something feels off. Is it ringing like a bell inside of you, or you're getting some kind of even physical confirmation of that it feels true? Otherwise, toss it or re-examine it. But just go on what you remember and intend to connect to your soul memory and what you know. That's where the answers are. They're not out there. But so I always encourage people, let's come to a consensus. What do we all think as far as our intuition? What is our intuition telling us? Because that's really the only guide we have. And people try to poo-poo it. Oh, you got the intuition, blah, blah, and or make fun of it. But it's like, okay, but what else do you have? You have altered history, hearsay, things being handed down. I mean, we can't really go on anything other than our intuition. So that's why I think it's important to develop it. Tarot cards is a great way to get answers, especially when it's something personal and you just don't know. You can always go to the cards. Anyway, thanks for coming on. Why are Aeons part of the simulation? Are they so at all? I, when I looked into, what was I? Okay, I did a journey through the Matrix or through this place. It was actually beyond the Matrix because there's the virtual universe and then there's multiple of these things. So I was looking at everything and I saw the Aeon as the false us that's playing the game in here, and that we have to disassociate or disengage ourselves from the Aeon character. It's not the real us. Now, why are Aeons part of the simulation? Yeah, they're literally part of the simulation. They're not us, they're a false us playing the game. That's that screen inside of a screen. And the only thing I can kind of compare it to would be like if you're playing The Sims and like a Sims thing where you're watching people do things. It's like, um, or you're watching yourself do something, like you're watching yourself choose a character in a game and play the game, but it's not really you. And then maybe that character is playing a video game in the video game and chooses a character, something like that. So we're getting buried in these things. And the Aeon, what I've seen is I'm trying to remember because this was a long time ago, but was it the eye in the sky or it's us playing the game. That's the best I can remember right now. Disassociation is dangerous. I am remembering stuff. Yeah, that's good. Remember what you know. Soul memory. It has the memory of the future and the past. I think we're coming from the future. That's probably why another reason why time is so screwy right now. Anybody else on here that I don't know if there is. Oh, it just says two. Okay. Experiencing, if you watch a replay, are you experiencing time distortions and just, I think that's been going on for a while, but it's really crazy now. So, all right. So we'll probably just kind of close this down. This was a test run. Hopefully it's not going to be boring, but I do want to figure this out so it looks a little better. And we can get into reading if people have questions or they want me to read on a certain topic. Please comment if you want to see me read on a certain world situation or topic or something. I'll do that also instead of just taking live questions. Letting go of things invokes similar principles. Abandonment of principles is different from disassociation. Yes, I think just realizing you're not really here, but that it doesn't mean you devalue anyone because there are true spirits projected here, but it's like detachment is a good word also. Dissociation, detachment. Time is a very sped up right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm literally opening the blinds and then it's time to close them. It seems like it's a couple hours later and I'm closing the blinds. It's like, okay, time for bed already. So, all right. I appreciate everybody that watches this and watching now for going through this test run with me here. And I've got to clean some things up. But if you have any suggestions, please comment for topics you want me to read on in the future. And I don't necessarily have to do those live. I can just do some reads on things. And then on the lives, if you have personal questions or you want to ask me something and I'll read on it on the lives. So I feel like my brain doesn't know what it's saying right now because I just did all that technical stuff and it's, oh my God, it's so frustrating. As you know, nothing works anymore. There's just everything's glitch city or they change everything constantly. So the AI, the tech, apps, nothing works right. So anyway, this is all different since I've been on YouTube, but I'm sending lots of love to everybody out there. And our final card is 10 of Wands. So this is taking up a heavy burden. I think there's a lot of us out there that have come here and are really struggling to stay here and finish what we came to do. But this is saying there's relief coming. Just keep going and say no as much as possible to people that try to dump extra stuff on you. It's not yours to take. You've already taken on some other people's stuff, like what I was talking about, taking on other people's karma or bad luck and things. We've already taken on too much. So just finish what you've already agreed to, but start to say no to people. And I think our load is going to lighten up here, but we just have to get through whatever we're going through right now. This feels like this month because, but let me check here. I kind of feel like this is over the next several days into next week, but yeah, the month of October, but right now in particular. So it's important to say no if you cannot, you, especially if somebody's going to dump their stuff on you. Absolutely not. No. But just finish what you've already started. You've got enough on you. Just get to the goal line. All right, the next one of these is going to be much better. But thank you, everybody. I'm going to click us off. Oh, I do see you've got reality. You've got, do you want to read on whether time is speeding up more or slowing down? So I've done some looks at this in the past, and I felt like it was definitely speeding up, but that they put us in reverse, um, so that we wouldn't change the future. But then there's this other layer where we're actually going from the past or from the future to the past. It's really confusing when you start to talk about time. But just to answer your question, like a yes or no, whether time is speeding up or not, I got the Ace of Cups, which to me is yes. And it's going in reverse. I have Knight of Wands reversed, which is movement forward, but it's reversed. So they're pushing us on like fast speed in reverse. So no wonder we're like, I don't know. It's like everybody's noticing it. But I don't think that's going to last. I don't think it's going to work because this timeline split is going on there. I think dark forces are trying everything to get us on that transhumanism timeline to desperately grab onto souls, but it's just not going to work. So that whole timeline is a timeline to destruction because they never got to reset. So you don't even go through the reincarnation reset on that timeline. It's just going to self-destruct. So we want to go back to the natural timeline, humans, real spirits. All right, so I'm gonna shut us down. Thanks, everybody. And I've got more videos coming on learning the tarot. And also, if there's topics you want me to cover, I am going to cover some things like remote viewing and astrology, Enneagram, numerology, different things, and connect them in with the tarot. Try to keep everything one topic here. But all right, I'm going to sign this off.